if you don't want to, then you don't watch it. Yeah. It's simple as that. A lot of people get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And at the end of the day, it's a song contest.
Let's talk about the Eurovision Song Contest, another big thing going on this weekend. Matthew Joyce is our Eurovision expert. He is in Malmo. And Nikki French is also here, represented the UK in Eurovision 2000. She came in 16th place with her song, Don't Play That Song Again. Let me come back to you, Nikki, because I want to talk to you in a minute, Matthew, about some of the demonstrations that have been going on over there. Nikki, I mean, Eurovision continues to, I suppose, fascinate people and draw the crowds. This week, we've seen a lot of political statements being made about, you know, Israel shouldn't be in it and all of that. Is this going to be ruined? Because I've seen already people on various different shows over the last couple of days saying, oh, we're not having a Eurovision party this year because, you know, Israel are in it, and so we're going to have to boycott it. I mean, it all sounds a bit daft, doesn't it?
It's their choice, I guess. But, you know, the vast majority of people, and I noticed last night watching the semi-final, that the vast majority were enjoying, and you know, particularly with the Israeli entry, you know, she's gone through. I mean, I heard that she won the public vote last night. I don't know.
Okay.
But, you know, it's, if you don't want to, then you don't watch it. Yeah. It's simple as that. A lot of people get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And at the end of the day, it's a song contest. And, you know, it brings a lot of enjoyment, as I say, and people need that right now. We need a bit of enjoyment.
Absolutely
moment,
right. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. We need a bit of cheering up.
Just to quickly go back on Nikki's point about Israel with the televote score. Yeah. The results are actually not out yet fully. They won't be out until after the final. However, the only thing that has been leaked in a way was Italy's televote score, and 39% of their voters voted for Israel.
Okay. And what's it like wandering about? I mean, are the demonstrations kind of annoying? Are they getting in the way? Is there a lot of them, or are they just kind of not really that visible?
It was really yesterday that kind of, you know, the protests were planned, really, that, you know, there was any at all going to be taking place at all, because in a way, just to make the most effect in a sense. And from what I hadn't seen them myself, but from what I had heard, the videos I'd seen, they were quite large. They were kind of, you know, walking down. They were kind of near enough to the Eurovision village, the kind of the Eurovision fan zone, really. But they weren't causing too much disruption. But then there was a separate kind of smaller protest near the arena. Because I was in the arena last night. I didn't see it. I was already in before it had even kind of started. They came out of a train, apparently, from what, according to a journalist that I was talking to, and they didn't cause really much disruption. I kind of expected it to be bigger in a sense, but it wasn't. But I'm saying Saturday will probably be even bigger.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully they won't disrupt anything actually going on stage. But Nikki, I mean, there's always been stuff like this going on, hasn't there? I mean, I guess back in 2000, I don't know what the particular, you know, the protest du jour was back then. But there's always
Interestingly, in 2000, Israel were the first country to perform that year, and in rehearsals they got into a bit of trouble because they wanted to wave Palestinian flags at the end, so there was a compromise, and at the end half of the group waved Israeli flags and half of them waved Palestinian ones. So you know, it
was a simpler time,
for years.
Right? It was a simpler time. You could do that then, instead of actually, you know, ripping each other's flags out and ripping them up and burning them and everything. You know, that's a fascinating one, that, isn't it, Matthew? So there you go. There was a time when you know, they could all go on stage together.
Look at, you know, that's just the way it is now at this stage. You know, that's just that's Eurovision now. It's a bigger beast compared to then, really. You know, and I don't know, it's just, to me, even just when I was in the arena last night, it was kind of, you know, I was first time in Liverpool last year for my first ever Eurovision, and last night was just so different. The atmosphere was so different, but it felt, it was the most divisive crowd I've ever seen, in that it was like a fight between boos and cheers, in equal measure, and I have to say it was an equal measure. But I'm not sure how it's going to play out on Saturday. I really don't. But as you were saying there a minute ago about, could someone invade the stage? No, they won't. There's a good big barrier around the stage, so it's kind of impossible for anyone to get through, really.
Okay.
So